There is good news in the battle against drug overdoses. Alberta is on track to see its lowest number of overdose deaths since 2019. Lethbridge led the way with the biggest drop among medium-sized to big cities. Quinn Keenan has more.
Between January and October of last year, 1,144 people in Alberta died of a drug overdose. That's well on its way to being lower than the all-time high of 2,116 set in 2023.
We're happy to see the drop in opioid deaths. Alberta year over year has seen a 39% decrease in 2024. That is close to 300% higher than the decrease in British Columbia that they're seeing.
Lethbridge saw a much more noticeable decline. In 2023, the city saw 124 deaths from overdoses, but in the first 10 months of 2024, there were just 41. Lethbridge also no longer leads the province in overdose deaths per capita.
Lethbridge has been a huge focus for us in the Alberta recovery model, in part because of what previous governments had done to make it the center of this experiment, that if they just facilitate addiction on mass scales, that it would somehow make the public addiction crisis better. It was shown pretty obviously in Lethbridge and across Canada to not only be wrong, but to be devastating.
The province believes the Alberta recovery model it's implemented is the driving force behind the sudden decline. Building up capacity for treatment centers has been among the top priorities. Lethbridge saw its recovery community open in 2023. A new recovery community is expected to begin operation on the Blood Tribe next year.
And we're seeing the investments we've made in the Alberta recovery model pay off. We have the therapeutic living unit open in 2023. Of course, the recovery community that we built in Lethbridge open in 2023. Funding continues for Fresh Start to operate the recovery community that was already there.
Harm reduction advocates are cautiously optimistic about the news. While any drop in overdose deaths is good news, they believe there is still more work to be done.
I'm not sure exactly what's contributed to that reduction in numbers. I mean, they're hopeful and we're optimistic. But we do want to approach this news cautiously. There are a lot of increases in other areas.
Data from deaths in November and December of 2024 will be released in the coming months. Quinn Keenan, CTV News, Lethbridge.